I'm saying? I'm here, man. What's today? Wednesday?
I'm talking about it's Wednesday.
Happy hump day?
It's Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday, is it?
Wednesday.
That end kind of silent in Wednesday, ain't it?
It is silent.
Happy Wednesday, man.
Happy Wednesday to you, too. I know you got a lot of things going on the weekend. I definitely want to talk about that. Definitely want to talk about this 420 Mega Fest that's coming up that you all have an opportunity to win tickets for. We also got a segment called Y'all Heard That. And with that, you know, it's our Hot Topic segment. We're talking about things that are happening in the city, outside of the city, and in the world. We got a lot going on today. This is, again, the Amanda Sapp Show on the new, amazing 102.5 FM, your Do Good station. When we come back, all that and more. We'll be right back.
Worry about swinging.
We're back. This is your girl Amanda Sapp from the Amanda Sapp Show on the new, amazing 102.5 FM, your Do Good station. We are in here. Our behind the scenes is just as good as our on air. And we were talking about, I don't know if y'all mind. Y'all don't mind. So we got a segment we call Y'all Heard That, which y'all heard it. It's our Hot Topic segment. We talk about things that are happening inside the city, outside of the city, and in the world. We got a guest in studio today who's going to join us. We got Quincy Alfred in the building. Pew, 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 pew.
Hello. What's up, H-Town?
What up, Mr. Alfred?
What's up, man?
How you doing, Quincy?
I'm blessed and highly favored, man. I can't
Me too.
complain.
They call you Q?
No, Quincy's fine.
All right,
But they call me Q, too.
All right.
Well, before we go any further, you got to pew yourself in, Quincy.
Pew, pew.
Yeah, there you go. That's good enough.
Pew, pew.
We'll go with that. That's enough, Quincy.
My man fully loaded over here.
Yeah, he fully loaded, and we're excited to have you here today. But earlier, we were talking offhand. We were talking about the Nipsey Hussle thing. It's still a subject. It's still a topic. The man just passed away this past Sunday, abruptly. He was killed in front of his store, the Marathon. And so a lot of people question, why did he die? Who killed him? Was there a point of purpose? It was a jealousy involved. And Quincy, what is your take on once you make it? Do you go back to the hood and supply for your past hood mates, or do you leave from where you come from and move forward? What would you do? Somebody said, who was it? Kendrick Lamar. You never know what his moves are.
You're not supposed to
Step into the mic.
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to do what?
You're never supposed to let people know what your moves are, first of all. Secondly, you try to take care of people that want to move forward in life. Mm-hmm. You can't bring everybody with you.
Right.
And that's just a fact. Even though you can have the best heart in the world and still somebody's going to hate you.
Right.
So you try to keep your circle tight with people that you know love you and have your back. And as far as taking care of people in the hood, you do what you can for your community. And
so do you think Nipsey Hussle should have left where he was?
Yeah, he did. He did leave. He didn't stay in the hood, but he still gave back to the community by the work that he did there. And that's what he was supposed to do. He didn't do anything wrong.
Do you think that you have, once you make it, do you think you have an obligation to get back to your past community?
You have an obligation to take care of your family and take care of yourself. And you do have an obligation to educate. There's a difference. To educate
Big difference.
Your community to better themselves.
Big difference. What I always tell people is it's not about giving people stuff. You don't go back and give people anything.
Exactly.
You can show them the way.
Exactly.
I call it the 2019 Underground Railroad. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day when you made it, you went back and showed somebody else how to make it. That's where that Underground Railroad Harriet Tubman thing comes in. So as a black man that made it, you definitely got to go back and show others the way. But as soon as you give them something, bro, I mean, you know what I'm talking about? They go want more.
They're going to expect more.
Yeah, they want more. You give them out a cookie, they want some milk. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I've never heard that one before, but
I'm full of them quotes.
I do understand where you guys are coming from. I think we all have like a heart to want to give back at some point, especially when you quote unquote made it out. You know what I'm saying? But he was there. I understand he was at his store all the time, so he pretty much stayed in the hood.
Right. He was there so much they raided the store quite often. The police.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Shootouts, fights.
So,
I think, man, we got to remember that this man is the leader of
a legitimate gang.
A major Crip corporation.
Not the leader.
The face.
The face. There's a dip. I mean, he wasn't an active gangbanger. People get that misconstrued. He wasn't out there putting in any work. So he was the face, and he represented what a gangbanger can turn himself or herself into if they apply themselves and really focus on positivity and uplifting themselves. And that's what he represented to me. I didn't know the man personally.
That's big, man. I think you could transform your gang members into customers.
I get that
And
too.
that's one of the things he did. Everybody wearing the marathon shirts, the marathon continues.
Everybody.
And I mean, he's powerful, man. Influential.
He is powerful, and
I don't think we knew that before he passed away.
I agree with you. But there's also the saying too that your past will always come to haunt you. Now I don't know if I'm wrong for saying that, but people do. People have been saying that.
You reap what you sow.
That's
Right?
what you've sown. You know, even though he has changed, or he's somebody else now, or he gave back and he did all this good stuff.
Yeah.
What about that part? Do you have to pay for the past?
I think, anything you do now or later will affect you now or later. So you just got to deal with life as it comes to you. Now, I'm not saying that because, he's a gang member, that's why he lost his life. But I am saying that you got to respect everybody in front of you, no matter what your title is, no matter, what you might be the face of. Man, I don't disrespect nobody. I'm in a nice little era, nice little, comfort zone, and I walk away from confrontation. I think I'm not calling out the snitches when I see them.
Right.
You know
Like
Nipsey
Hussle did.
I see him in the hood.
Well, but you
that.
must understand why he did what he did.
Well, I don't understand why he
Because he didn't want that around his
him.
environment.
Yeah.
So he was a man of principle that stood on his principle. That was his principle. That might not be yours or mine, but that was his principle, and you got to respect that of it. But you also have to know who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And
if the teardrops are real or not.
If the teardrops are real or not. But sometimes us as artists, we get a little beside ourselves, and we start believing our personas, and we start like Pac did, like a lot of artists did.
All of them.
We start believing
everybody.
These things that we rap about for entertainment, and that's the slippery slope that
not wearing a vest when you probably should. Not having the security around you when you.
Well, I've seen and rappers roll around in bulletproof vehicles, and you telling people that bulletproof. You on Instagram, bulletproof.
Oh,
Okay, we just wait till you step out. So
yeah.
We start believing, and the internet makes it 10 times worse because people they want the attention. We're attention junkies.
So to make matters worse, this was something I thought about, as a business owner. If somebody comes into my store with principles that I don't stand on, I'm still not telling them to leave.
You have somebody else.
You know what I'm saying? And even if not that, not even like a snitch coming to one of my stores, I'm not saying, hey, you need to leave, first off, right? Because I'm not in that life.
Right.
But thinking at it from that standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Take his money, man. Let him buy a shirt, man. You know what I'm saying? Let him buy a shirt.
But see, that's why I have to disagree with that part of it, because his principles was like, I don't even want your money. I don't want you around. That's not, People forget. LA is a different place.
It's a different place.
California is different.
There.
Just like Houston is different, just like New York, and so on and so forth. What Chicago cats might let you get away with, they ain't gonna let you get away with in New York, and we ain't gonna let you.
Family's already dying.
That's what I told you.
Well, that's the stupidity. That's the stupidity
dying,
of the situation, because you got people. That's what makes me angry. And I say angry. I know that's a strong word, but it makes me angry because you got people like Zimmerman walking around here chilling.
That's what T.I. was saying.
You killing innocent family members for this rats, because he was a rat. This rat stupidity and this coward's action.
Eric Holder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This coward's action.
I say that.
Oh, we can say that?
You already did.
Right?
That was what they called him.
Yeah. So,
right, well,
Attorney General's name was Eric Holder too, so it could be something like that.
so we as people, we always talk about, we have to hold ourselves to a higher standard, but I just don't.
It's a sad situation.
Yeah. Man, put the flags down, man. Bottom line for me, man. Look, I don't gangbang. Just if you network together, network with other like-minded people.
You're not gonna stop
the colors and all that.
You're not gonna stop that. That's the culture there. That's you're affiliated there by the street that you live on. You know what I'm saying? You might not gangbang, but you live on such and such street. Okay, you affiliated. Yeah. So you can't stop that. Culture is embedded in
But that's what's killing us, bro. That's what's killing us, our people. Yeah. A lot of gang violence or violence in our communities happen from gang members.
I mean, and it's just.
I think he was the one that was trying to make a difference. Is all I'm saying. Yes, it is instilled.
He was
in
trying
us,
to transform the mindset. He was trying to transform
which is
the
how
gangster
it
mindset.
begins.
So hey, instead of you robbing, stealing, killing, let's go start these businesses together. Let's support each other. Let's invest in each other. They started from the curb.
Well, yeah.
They started from the curb. They started selling stuff, socks and shirts from the
Commerce,
curb and went into the storefront. So man,
And that's
awesome.
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, because we can all agree to disagree on certain subjects in that regard. My question is, what are we going to do in our own communities to change to change things? What are we going to do? We talking about Nipsey Hussle in LA, and we know it's different, and I get it. But there are gangs right here in Houston. There are gangs right in Louisiana. There are gangs. What are we going to do to change the narrative?
I'm trying to get him to join another gang.
Which
You
is
know,
what?
I'm to my head, go to that military, man. You know, I went to the Navy. Saved my life. Best
Exactly.
gang I ever joined. They had more gangs, more guns in the gang I joined than the gang that y'all joined. I promise you. Big bazookas, grenades, and everything.
You
And,
didn't want to play
and
the
you
game.
get paid. You get paid to join that game, man.
But
You know what
as
I'm
far
saying?
as your question, it starts from the ground up, because we can't expect the politicians to help us, because we already know that's not gonna happen. So it starts in the community with giving these kids something else to do, another avenue, showing them that more after school programs and things like that, instead of just these gang culture is safety, family. So kids who don't get that family environment at home or that safety they feel at home, they tend to look for those gangs. It's easy prey. So we have to, as a people, start providing different avenues and showing them there's another way.
Hey, and then they get gangster. That's the thing. When I was growing up, a lot of the now gangsters were sometimes, not the toughest guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they get tired of getting slapped around. Now they pick up the guns and the rag, and everybody got them messed up now.
Hey, you got to understand, in the gang, everybody joins the gang. You get clicked in, whatever. But eventually, you're going to have to put in some work.
Yeah, you got to.
Oh, you have to show them that you're gang worthy.
You just got to be believable. You got to be.
You know what? When we come back, we're going to talk more about the believable whatever in gangs. And look, this is more from y'all heard that, and y'all didn't even say y'all heard what you heard. But when we come back, we'll do more of that. This is your girl Amanda Sapp from the Amanda Sapp Show, the new amazing 102.5 FM. You do good through the station. We'll be right back. We're back. This is your girl Amanda Sapp from the Amanda Sapp Show, the new amazing 102.5 FM. You do good through the station. We got that boy Marcus Bowers TV in the building.
You know what I'm saying?
Welcome back. Happy Wednesday.
All that.
And we've taken our whole hot topic segment of y'all heard that and discussed Nipsey Hussle again because it's a big deal.
It is.
And it's hard to get away from it because he's a part of our time. He is our millennial
It's part of our history.
era.
Man.
He's our
It's
history
Black history
now.
right now happening.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying? Black history. It's
You know what else I
streets,
saw?
but it's still history.
I saw that
Business
he's the
is still
first person to have a smart store.
Yeah.
To when you
You
scan
it,
it,
you might get a
you
music,
go to his
you
music.
you get all that, man. It's,
People are doing it now, but I do understand that he
it's
is the first.
2017 he was doing it.
Why did he say all this earlier?
He did.
But,
We just ain't see it.
You wasn't
we
listening.
weren't listening.
Yeah, you ain't press play.
We did not press. We didn't
Nah,
scan.
not everybody jamming his music now.
I didn't even listen to it.
Listening to the word, you comprehending what he's
Yeah.
saying. Oh, it's real. It's a real lyrics right here.
I'm like, he's saying
I'm
some
motivated.
really positive
The
things.
marathon does continue.
It does continue. Unfortunately, he has passed, but it continues.
So look, they were saying that before we move on, Amanda. They actually said that him and the chief of police was gonna be meeting up
the next
because
day.
of all the shootings that's been happening in LA. This ain't fresh. It's not a fresh shooting. It's like they've been doubling up on the shootings. It was like an average of 13 shootings a week, and now in the month of March, I think in 1 week they had like 26 shootings. So it's going down there. Like my boy asked me the other day, like, "Hey, are you gonna fly out there to the freeway?" It's still clicking to me. Like, nah, bro, I'm gonna watch it on YouTube.
I thought about what you said, and Trey the Truth is doing a vigil today at Midtown Park.
Yeah.
And I thought about what you said as far as safety. We don't know how people feel about. I mean, gang is a gang. I imagine no matter what city
First off,
or
it's
town
Christian
you're from.
blood, so everybody's
part.
not a crook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, just
And
take
that's
that
where
out
I
of
was
your-
thinking about it.
Everybody
too.
ain't crying, is what I'm saying.
In Houston, I don't think we have to really worry about that.
How do we know though, Quincy, Alfred?
At the vigil, I'm saying.
How do we know?
Nah,
didn't
H-Town,
think
we
they
got
had-
a different type of
We're
respect.
a different
for each other.
vibe, a different.
So are you going,
Me personally?
Quincy, Alfred?
This is my first time hearing about it.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
Are you going?
I'm gonna check it out.
Okay.
Check it out.
Guys, we've got Quincy Alfred in the
Okay.
building, and he's going to be talking about quality records, right? Quality records, right?
Well, actually,
Okay.
yeah, quality records.
Mhm.
Just me getting back here from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Your project.
My project.
Mm-hmm. And an event you have coming up.
Right.
Hold on, man. Let's talk about Africa first, man. I've been
What
to
you
Africa a
want?
few times. I've been to South Africa. I've been to Nigeria. You said you've
Okay.
been to Congo
Right.
and a couple. Where was it? Tanzania.
I've been all over.
Man,
you name it, I've been there.
Man, Africa's fun. I go. I get motivated.
Right.
I see a lot of our people. I see the struggle. You know,
Very much so. Especially.
I see a little bit of everything. Tell us about Congo. That sounds like a place that we've heard of, but none of us has ever been to.
Well, Congo is a very diverse place. First of all, there's two Congos. There's the Republic of Congo and there's the regular Congo. Of course, one is they're fighting all the time, and one is where I was at, Point Nord, Congo, which is peaceful. It's oil money there,
Okay.
so they keep it peaceful. But the people are wonderful. They speak French, which I incorporated in my music. I started. It's not new.
We got a worldwide artist here, international artist. here,
International
man.
superstar.
Know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm listening. I'm listening.
But I incorporated that French aspect in my music. And basically, almost created a new genre of music, kind of like reggaeton, a little bit. I call it safer music.
What is it? What are you
Safer.
calling?
Is that a local name in Congo or something?
Right. It's actually what they call their money.
Okay.
Safest. So, the people, like I say, are wonderful, and they just showed me so much love. You know, there's so much struggle going on there. I mean,
You have family there, though, right?
No.
So why did they show you love as opposed to?
Why Congo? Of
Why
all
Congo?
places in Africa.
Well, I'm a businessman, like both of you.
So what you was doing out there?
My man said oil money down, man. I mean,
I
what else you
thought I
supposed
was
to
going.
do?
What's really going on? What you was doing in Congo?
Look, what people don't know, in Africa, there's a lot of conferences
Still
that
ain't
go
said it yet.
on.
Right.
There's a lot of things that we don't even be
What
privy to.
Cobalt.
were you doing out there,
It's a
Quincy
whole-
Alfred?
I was making money.
Okay.
we gotta leave it at that. No, seriously, I was in the oil industry, and clothing,
Okay.
other businesses like that.
Nothing's made in America, man. You got to go there to get it.
Right.
And
Sometimes it's in Africa.
yeah, sometimes it's in Africa.
It's in
That-
Congo. All right.
My experiences there was it was unreal. It's not like South Africa.
Yeah.
South Africa is more modernized.
Yeah, it is.
Congo, the lights went off every night
Of course.
in the whole.
What time?
You just
It
never
varied
know.
between 8 and 10.
Whenever the sun go down.
We'd be in the studio recording between, let's say, 8 and 10. You get on the engineer, make sure you save, because you know the
Oh, I
lights
see,
the lights
yeah.
are gonna go off.
Yeah.
The
And
generators.
I'm not talking about in one part of the city. I'm talking about the whole city, the whole country maybe is black.
So musically, what's the difference between your African music and here in the States?
Well, African music, people always forget that's our roots.
The booty shaking.
Even
man.
bounce music comes from Africa. I mean, that's our roots. So there's not really much different. Hip hop music in general is universal.
All comes from.
Did you collaborate with any artists over there in Congo?
Yeah, that's how Teddy Benzo is
Shout out to Teddy.
a big shout out to Teddy, man. Teddy basically was my guiding light out there. He
You gotta have
showed
a
me
guiding
the-
light in Africa. I tell you that right now. You don't
Yeah,
go out there, you know what I'm
know.
saying, just roaming around by yourself.
I mean, I had 24. You gotta have 24-hour security. It's real out there.
Hey,
Yeah.
know,
I mean,
man.
people don't really understand because a lot of people. You mentioned Nigeria. A lot of people don't know. You can't just ride around Nigeria. They will
Not at all.
kidnap you.
Yeah, they will. For a sandwich.
Okay,
Yeah.
because people there are fighting to survive the day.
every day.
We you know how the saying here is check to check. People there are trying to survive the day.
Man, I was looking at the water in Nigeria. It wasn't even like drinkable, river type water. It was like,
Sewage.
it's real.
It's open
It's a real
sewage.
struggle, man. So
You worked with Teddy Benzo,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
and
Two other
so
artists.
okay, and so when did you decide to come back to the States, and why?
Well, it was time. Family was ready to for a change, because you can have all the amenities you want there, but nothing beats the
No
U.S.
place like home.
Nothing beats the U.S. So it was time for me to come back, and I've been here roughly 3 months.
welcome
And,
back, man.
and I appreciate it, and I'm enjoying being back. I'm from Houston, Texas,
Oh, okay.
so I'm happy to be home.
All right, so tell us about the nice Emperor. What is this? AE Emperor? 'Cause you got product placement all around the stage and the studio.
Emperor
What is
is a clothing line. Emperor is a clothing line. My business partner, Yusuf Benson, started.
Who's here today?
He's here today.
Mhm.
He's not even business partner. Excuse me, my brother,
Oh, okay.
Yusuf, started, and we're building this brand from the ground up, and we're going to be offering it to people. It's just Emperor represents our African heritage, and our, not saying we royals, but we just need to understand that where we come from and where we need to go, and for lack of a better explanation.
That's a great explanation. All right, so I know you've got some shows coming up. Tell us about that.
Yes, April 7th, I will be performing at Club Numbers on West Time. On that West Time, as they say.
All right, and so you're performing there April 7th. What time? How can people be a part of it? Is it free to attend? Tell us about
It's
the-
not free to attend.
It's not free. What do they
That's
get?
just free, man.
What-
What
do they get?
Tickets at the door.
Okay.
Tickets at the door. I'll be performing about, I believe, around 10,
Okay.
9:30, 10 o'clock. You can check me out. This is actually my first concert since being back
Oh,
here in
congratulations
the
to you.
States. Oh, I take that back. My second concert since being back in the States. And so I'm looking forward to getting back in the groove and showing people what I have to offer to the culture.
Well, you plugged into the African community here in Houston. It's big, man, large. They actually run stuff like this. So.
Yeah. I have a lot of connections. I'm still really just, because I still do business overseas, so I'm really still plugged in out there.
Plug us in, Amanda. Don't you want to be
I wanna
plugged in
plug
too?
in.
I want to be
Plug
plugged in.
I
Plug
want
your
to.
boy
I want
in,
to be
man.
out. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to
Well,
be down too.
Y'all talking, but it's serious.
Hey, I'm already
No,
knowing,
I'm
man.
serious.
The opportunities are there, man. I'm already knowing. How
Alright,
did you
so-
find out about those opportunities in Africa? You see, I keep going back to that international.
Yeah.
I just living there, and you see Africans have a complex. I'm gonna just be real with you. You know, they like to get the lighter shade money, and they like China's money. So I would sit there and I'm like, you know, you guys live in poverty, but y'all have all the resources here,
Yep.
and y'all not giving it away, but y'all selling it to other people who treat you bad.
Yep.
They disrespectful.
What's the difference between there and here? Because we have things that we own here that we're not taking advantage
No,
of.
we're
in the
buyers here.
States.
Right. There's no they
got
can't, they don't have the money to consume
Everything.
to be consumers there. So everything is almost like a handout. And I'm not speaking for all. I don't want to speak for
Yeah.
all Africans, because there are Africans there that are business owners and are giving back to their community and taking care of what they're supposed to. But the government there makes it so hard to be a business owner, an African business owner.
Dude asked me the other day, he like, hey man, you was in Nigeria, you always in South Africa, do you want to open up a She's Happy Here Nigeria? And I was like, nah. Because you can only be successful to a certain point.
And they're gonna tax you.
Yeah, they come tax you, they
gonna
gonna
tax
tax
This
you.
is what I
I'm
want to
saying?
do. This is what we need to do, because we got another guest in studio today.
Already.
So I need you to tell us: are we playing your project, or you just want us to know that you got your show on April 7th? How are we
Well,
doing?
I have a new song that I did. One of the first songs I did since I've been back. Y'all can run that if y'all want to run it. It's called Hold Up.
We got the clean version.
So this
Yeah,
is what we're
yeah,
gonna
it's-
do. We are going to let you give us our social media handles, and we'll go to commercial on your song. Is that cool?
That's cool. That's
Okay.
awesome.
Go ahead and give us your social media handles, and then introduce.
You can hit
the
me
song.
on IG, the real Quincy Alfred on Instagram. That's really the only handle I have.
Okay.
Facebook, the real Quincy Alfred, and this is hold up, wait, hold up, wait. I did this song for Houston.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. You can take a
Appreciate you.
picture, and if you can stay, we'll do a drop after.
Already.
That's cool. You can pause it, and then you can take this picture.